wanted to talk about a recent success story my partner and I recently obtained for a client who was involved in an automobile accident on I-95 in South Florida. Many drivers, whether or not you live in South Florida or you're coming to visit, will see what we call the express lanes. This is a way to improve traffic on Interstate 95 and allow you to get from point A to B in a quicker amount of time. What you also might see are poles basically every couple feet that delineate the express lanes from the normal lanes on I-95. So we had a client who called us and he actually struck the rear end of another vehicle. Our client was adamant that the other vehicle illegally crossed the 95 express lane poles. There was nothing he could have done, and unfortunately the front end of our client's vehicle struck the rear end of the other vehicle, who tried to take off, but due to traffic in the North Miami area, ultimately had to pull over on the side of the road. While the defendant in that case at the accident scene apologized profusely, told him, "Give me a call, I'll take care of everything," my client took him for his word and they went on about their day. There were no police called to the scene. Unfortunately, by the time we got involved, we spoke with the at-fault driver's insurance company, who heard a different story from their client. He claimed that he was in the right lane the entire time, crossed over, and out of nowhere he saw in his rearview mirror our client speeding, who just crashed into the rear end of his car. We spoke with our client. He heavily disputed that statement, and that's when Alyssa and I really got to have some fun. We started gathering evidence. Unfortunately, our client had an older iPhone. We were not able to obtain any geodata or any information as to where photos they took on the side of the road occurred, what time, anything like that. Thankfully, after some discovery while we got into litigation, we obtained some photographs taken by the defendant and were able to track down the latitude and longitude and found exactly where the accident occurred. We were also able to obtain some records from SunPass, which showed that our client entered in Broward County and immediately went on the express lane, got hit with the toll, whereas the other driver had no record activity of hopping onto the express lanes that morning. The first SunPass activity we found from the date of our accident was south of the accident scene, essentially afterwards when he had pulled off. So we presented our case prior to filing a lawsuit in this matter, and the defendant's insurance company told us to kick rocks and offered $0 that they were denying liability. In under a year, with the evidence I just discussed, we were able to obtain a confidential six-figure settlement for our client. They had nothing to explain their client's version of events, and ultimately we were able to get this case settled without a jury trial. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident on I-95 or involved in any type of express lane dispute, please call us immediately. We'd be more than happy to look into your case and speak with you right away.